I have a horrible dream these days. In my dream, I see myself locked in a dark place. There's no sign of light or air around me. My lungs feel heavy when I try to breathe. I can't move my body no matter how much I try. I scream, but no sound comes out of my mouth. All I hear is pin drop silence. And then I see my eyelids dropping and I fall asleep again. There's nothing I can do about it, but I know how it all started. 2 years back, I bought a new car. I passed my driving exam and got the license. After a hectic week at work, I often went out for a long drive on the highway. I like driving on the empty highway at night as there's no traffic on the road. I could enjoy a calm and quiet time with myself on the highway. The moonlight made the road look poetic at night. Long drives were stress busters for me. Whenever I had a bad time, I went for a ride at night. My parents often told me not to drive far away at night on the highway, but I didn't pay attention to them. Now I feel I should have. Last week, one of my office colleagues told me about a pub near the IMR highway. He said the pub was a good place to go for a drink after a long, thrilling highway ride. I planned to go there, not just to hang out in the pub, but also to enjoy a thrilling ride back home late night. I went for a car wash on Saturday morning. My mom called and asked me to come over for dinner at her place, but I told her I have other plans. She told me the weather reports predicted a huge storm tonight, so I should cancel my highway ride for my own safety. I looked at the bright sunny sky and I told her I will be fine. I was planning for this ride since last week, hence no way I was going to cancel it. I got home and took some rest so that I can drive in a refreshed mood. My colleague told me that the pub closes at 10 p.m. I decided to start around 8:30 p.m. so that I can reach there by 9:30 p.m. I did exactly as I planned. Once again, I looked up at the sky and there were little clouds here and there. I have driven on the highway during the rainy season, so it didn't bother me at all. It was 8:15 p.m. sharp. I started the engine and my weekend began. The view was breathtaking. The IMR highway had many adjacent freeways and expressways. The location my colleague gave me indicated an expressway. After 30 minutes of driving straight ahead on the highway, my GPS spotted an expressway on my left, which led to the pub. It's easy to drive in expressways at night, but even in daylight, freeways can scare the hell out of any skilled driver. This was probably the main reason why my mother never appreciated my late-night long drives. The passing of a heavy truck, its loud honking horns and bright lights were enough to confuse any small car. The more I carried onto the highway, the more thrilling it all started to become. There was a deep forest all around me. I could hear the owl hooting, the rustling of dry leaves as I drove by. Around 9:15 p.m., I finally saw a light on the left side of the road. As I reached closer, I spotted the wooden cabin. The owner turned it into a small pub. There were a couple of motorcycles standing outside the bar. I didn't see any other car there. I parked my car and got out. As I stepped inside the pub, I saw 7 to 8 people hanging out there. The pub was about to close in an hour, hence many people already left the place. I sat at the bar and ordered a beer. My mom called me twice, but I chose not to pick up. I already knew what she was going to say. I didn't want my mood to get ruined, thus I ignored her calls as usual. I asked the bartender how long they have opened this pub. The guy told me that it hasn't been long and started to tell me about the owner. After chilling there for almost an hour, I realized my head was feeling slightly heavy. Suddenly, I recalled that I have a long ride back home, so I decided to pay and leave. I looked at my phone. It was 10 p.m. already, and there was no one in the pub. I also got up to leave, and as I went to pay the bartender, he told me to drive carefully on the highway. I was a little drunk, hence his words started to sound like my mother's. I laughed at him and said, "Dude, I am driving for like 2 years now. Stop talking like my mother." I accepted I was rude to him, but I already told you, I was drunk. I got inside the car, twisted my keys, and started the engine. I drove the long way, even after being really drunk, so I was quite confident about my driving skills. I rolled up my window and noticed raindrops on my windshield. It started to rain lightly. I reversed the car and went towards the highway. The expressway was completely empty and dark. My headlights did a pretty good job of showing me the way ahead. As I reached the highway, a huge bolt of lightning struck in the distance. The sound of it almost made my ears numb. The wind started to blow frantically, and I realized the storm has now begun. I continued on the highway for 20 minutes, and suddenly, heavy rain took place. My car wipers tried really hard to clear out the view in front of my eyes, but the rain grew heavier. I felt I should have left earlier. I kept driving from the left side, and suddenly, another lightning struck, really close to my car. The forest around me was roaring like an angry demon. I got so scared with the sudden strike of lightning that my car almost got out of control. I couldn't see anything. I was just driving by guessing. After 10 minutes of hustle, I realized I had gotten to a freeway. A huge oil tanker passed right next to my car honking. My heart fell into my stomach because I knew it would be even more dangerous to find my way back now. I knew I took a wrong turn, and fright and tension. I can't stop in the middle of the road because the huge trucks were coming really fast. The thunder and lightning almost made it impossible to drive. I decided to stop by a turn or an adjacent alley to the high road. After an extremely tense ride of 15 minutes, I could finally spot an abandoned road on my left with a dead-end sign. I immediately decided to park my car there and spend the night in my car. I can't drive home or get out of this freeway, at least not in this weather. So I thought it would be better for me if I just slept in my car tonight. I realized it will be safer to get out of this freeway in the morning. I was about to take the left turn just when I heard a loud honk. As I turned around to look, I saw a huge truck coming at my car. I panicked and pressed the accelerator so hard that my car took up sudden high speed. I couldn't control the situation and my car crashed into a huge tree, almost making an explosion. My glass windows were shattered. I was covered with broken glass after hitting my head badly. The car alarm went on, and I saw my eyelids closing. Since then, I have this terrible dream which I can't really figure out. It feels like I am forever stuck in this dream and I can never wake up. I call out for my mother. I call out for my father, but no one answers my cry. Just now, I realized why. Right now, at this very moment, I can hear my mom sobbing. I can't see her because it's so dark around me. I can't walk up to her as I can barely move. She is crying like a maniac and her words are even more insane than her reaction. Do you know what she is telling me now?
"Oh, Jamie, I told you not to go out in the storm that night, but you never listened to me. I told you it's not safe to drive alone on the highway at night, but you ignored my words. I can't take this pain. I can't believe my son is trapped inside this wooden coffin forever. I never imagined that I would come to visit you in your grave."
I have this dream all the time. I see myself locked up in a dark, claustrophobic space. I can't move. I can't speak. I just keep staring at the darkness around me.